Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Ashewyn, also known as Ashe. Today we're going to be playing Elden Ring, but I think you already know that because you're here and you found this video. It is one day before the release date. I have been looking forward to this game forever. This is my first FromSoftware title that I will be playing on release, on the exception of Sekiro, because it really wasn't a very Souls-like game. I get to experience this with the entire community. I get to be able to discover everything along with everyone else. I get to experience the patches as they release. It's so cool to be part of such a big FromSoftware release. I've only heard legends of this, people who have come to my Twitch channel as I was playing the previous Souls games to tell me a little bit about what the vanilla looked like, what the early stages of the game looked like. But now I'm here. Now I get to play this alongside with everyone and get to experience it without any spoilers, just like everyone else. I'm so jazzed. I'm so jazzed. I've been waiting for this moment forever. I've played all the FromSoftware games. I speedrun Dark Souls and Demon Souls. This is the coolest thing that could possibly happen to me. And while I have no expectations going into the game, the reviews have been absolutely spectacular for Elden Ring. I just want to get my hands on it. I just want to get inside the world because it's absolutely breathtaking. If it is anything like Bloodborne, I know I will lose myself entirely in it. But enough of that for now. I'm sure we can talk about all these details as we are playing the game. So if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe if you want to be able to catch these videos as they come out weekly. Otherwise, leave a like or a comment on the video, and I hope to see you again next time. I hope to be releasing this on a weekly basis. So for the first time on this channel, while I have been doing other content like anime reacts, we're going to be playing a video game exclusive to YouTube. Sorry to everyone in my Twitch community. You know I won't be streaming this over on Twitch, so I hope you're here and I hope you're enjoying it just as much as our live streams. Alright, without further ado, let's dive into the most anticipated game, I want to say of all time, Elden Ring. Okay, here we are at the character select, and I have to say I haven't really given this much thought of what I would like to start off with. I generally play strength build characters the first time I play any Souls game, but I want to say Astrologer has to be the most interesting class I've seen so far from reading up the descriptions. And just a little bit of the lore, Astrologer feels like such a fascinating backstory, but I don't know how comfortable I will be playing Astrologer, especially against some of the harder bosses coming up, so... Prisoner could be fun if I kind of want to go in the angle of playing a Berserk-based character, it seems. Like, I want to say that this is probably Griffith in his darkest hours, but I don't know if that makes me want to pick it. I might actually be tempted. Oh, okay. Hero, Vagabond, Warrior. Let's take a look at all their stats. Vigor, having Vigor off the bat would be kind of nice, like having HP to work with. Oh, a Battle Axe, that's something I'm comfortable with if we go for Hero. Let's see what the Prisoner comes with. I'm comfortable with anything that generally has, like, a sword outfit, great swords, axes. Confessor. Alright, I think intelligence is probably something else we'll need to mind. So it seems like even the Prisoner has, like, really high intelligence, which is very interesting. Would make some interesting encounters later on, I guess, when we're, like, having to learn sorcery or interacting with any NPCs that deal with sorcery. Overall, their stats like seem a little bit more balanced, but leaning towards Dex, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I still have yet to try a proper Dex build for myself. So maybe I will just like lean into the one that has the most strength. Or something a little bit balanced in between. I can't make up my mind. You know, Vagabond seems the most balanced. I think I might go with that. Yeah, let's play Vagabond. Let's give that a try. I hope I'm not making the wrong choice. Okay, onto the character selection. I think I have an idea of what I want this character to be. This is an obsession of mine. I absolutely love Mountain Dew, and a lot of people from my channel will know this. And we've kind of been like casually talking about what if we try out a character that has like a Mountain Dew appearance. I did this for some of my games in the past, like a little bit of a green hair look to her. I think it could be kind of fun. Oh, okay, you can actually choose your origin even here. Well, that gives you the flexibility at least to see your like character model as well. Oh, there's so many cool classes. It's like, why can't I like start all of them simultaneously? Yeah, this gives me Bloodborne vibes, that's for sure. Vagabond does come with a lot of armor. A knight? Okay, let's actually read the descriptions. Maybe that might sway our decision a little bit. The Vagabond is a knight exiled from their homeland to wander, a solid, armor-clad origin. Not much of an armor person when it comes to Souls games. The warrior is a nomad warrior who fights wielding 2 blades at once, an origin of exceptional technique. Sounds a little bit like power stancing to me. Then you got the hero, a stalwart hero at home with a battle axe, descended from a Badlands chieftain. Kind of sounds like a pretty cool origin story. I like the battle axe as well. Bandit, a dangerous bandit who strikes for weak points, excels at ranged combat with bows. The astrologer is a scholar who reads fate in the stars, heir to the school of glintstone sorcery. I really hope that even if I do select any of these, like, you know, strength builds, I will be able to cast some spells as long as I pour some points into it. I wonder if it's a little bit more flexible than the other FromSoftware games. Then we have the prophet, a seer, ostracized for inauspicious prophecies, well versed in healing incantations. The samurai, a capable fighter from a distant land of reeds, handy with katana and longbows. Then you got the prisoner, a prisoner bound in an iron mask, studied in glintstone sorcery, having lived among the elite prior to sentencing. Pretty dark past. Wonder what they did to sort of get themselves, you know, imprisoned. The confessor, a church spy adept at covert operations, equally adept with a sword as they are with their incantations. Okay, well this probably would be the class if you kind of just want to be somewhere in between. Be able to like use a strength build, but be able to also do incantations. So this one seems pretty balanced. I have to say the cloak is really awesome. The wretch, a poor, purposeless sod, naked as the day they were born. A nice club is all they have. This is pretty much your rune level 1. Yeah, I was gonna say BL4, rune level 1. Because we start off with level 1, this is probably what people will take when they do some like challenges for this game. Okay, I think it's a toss-up between Confessor, and it's gonna be a toss-up between Hero. I've changed my mind several times, but I think I'm most fascinated by these in terms of their play. But you know what? I'm gonna stick true to how I always play my FromSoftware games. I think I'm gonna go with Hero, even though I've changed my mind a few times. Alright, the keepsakes. That's important. No keepsake. The past has been well and truly left behind. We don't need the past. Crimson Amber Medallion. A medallion inlaid with Crimson Amber increases maximum HP. I believe this is stuff that we'll come across later. I have a bit of inside knowledge from me studying the lore. Lands Between rune. The gold of grace shining in the eyes of the people of the Lands Between. Used to gain many runes. Alright, don't think I need that. Golden Seed. A golden seed washed ashore from the Lands Between, said to reinforce sacred flasks. The Fanged Imp Ashes. The ashes of small, diminutive golems. Ashes are said to hold spirits within. The Cracked Pot. 3 strange cracked pots that somehow mend themselves. A container for certain thrown items. So I guess this would be like our crafting item. Stone Sword Key. 2 stone keys shaped like swords break the seal on imp statues, but can only be used once. So a lot of these seem to be like consumables that once you use, you don't get the back, on the exception of things like the cracked pots. I tend to take things that are a little bit story relevant that might have some use to me later, so let me just keep looking through the items. We have the Bewitching Branch, 5 sacred branches charged with beguiling power, said to originate from demigod Miquella. Like, that already makes me want to pick this one, just because it actually has relevance to the storyline. Then you got the Boiled Prawn, 5 pieces of boiled prawn, boost physical damage negation. Yep, gotta start off with my food, you know? Hungry, tarnished. Then you got Shabriris. Whoa. Wait, The Shiburizo, the crazed likeness of a noble whose eyes have been gouged out, attracts enemies' aggression. Okay, so that's like something that you toss and like basically enemies will flock towards it. We're gonna go for the Bewitching Branch. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, choose base template? Oh, okay, alright, so they have like character presets that we can choose from. Whoa, she's buff! You can see like, oh my god, you can see her veins. Jeez, I want to be as buff as her someday. Oh, you got pale, but still really buff. My god, like really pale. Seafarer. You know, this actually might fit me best because I'm a little bit olive-skinned. Reedlander. Oh, Draconian. Oh, that is cool. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I go for Draconian and then be able to just like complement it with the green hair. There's Nightfolk. Oh, they have special eyes. We should read the descriptions of these people as well. And then Newman. All right, let's go through them. Warrior, the most common face among the Tarnished. After all, they were all warriors once. The Truth Seeker, the face of an austere pilgrim. There are many roads to truth. Aristocrat, a regal face found among those who claim noble blood in the lands between. Loner, face found among a proud and seclusive tribe of folk, well versed in ancient legends and heresies alike. The Northerner, a face found among the hardy people of the unforgiving North. Some say they're descended from giants. Ooh, this has like Demon Souls vibes to it. Seafarer, the face of one who wanders the seas in the search of their home in the lands between. Oh, cool. They actually kind of have like very like sea-like hair as well. Hardened by salts. You get the Reedlander, a face from the faraway isolated land of reeds where blood is a familiar sight. Jeez. Draconian, the stony face of the people of the ancient dragons among whom life is typically short. And then the Nightfolk, the features of those known as Nightfolk. Few in number, they were said to bleed silver long ago. Their eyes are so special, it's so cool. And the Newman, the face of the Newman, supposed descendants of denizens of another world, long-lived but seldom born. Of another world, and that's interesting lore-wise. Okay. I'm very tempted to go Seafarer, but I might just swap into Draconian here, depending on the hair options. Alright. Let's go for a young appearance, and we have different voices. I would like to sample it. That's really choked. Why does it go from to like this really tiny to like all of a sudden? It's such a dramatic change. Young voice one kind of sounds good. Yeah, if you really want to be an older later. And let's go with young voice one. We can alter the skin color. Wow. Oh, wow. We don't even really need to go Draconian. We can just kind of like select it here. You got... Whoa. Really different kind of shades of skin. That's very interesting. What if we just give her like a nice healthy reddish tone? And then if we can alter the hair... Oh, we're gonna spend forever here. I mean, she already has such a beautiful, like, face. Look at those eyes. Look at the way they glimmer. Oh, that's really cool. I'm kind of already, like, sold on her strong, like, face features here. They're really, really good. I think I definitely want to go for, like, stronger features overall. I think, like, somewhere around here is good. Apparent age looks young or aged. Kind of want her to be on the young side. And you can go anywhere between being very feminine to super masculine. I'm okay here. It's alright. You can have a sweet face and still be pretty built. Oh my. Oh my god. 10 years later. Let's see. We're gonna be here a while. I feel like it's so hard to like see all of these features without knowing what kind of hair I want to go. So maybe we should do that first before we change any face structure. All right. What's Mountain Dew gonna have? I do like the shortcuts, and that's kind of cute. We're gonna have to probably test out the colors. I like this one. It's a little bit like sideswept, a little bit messy. Oh, okay. They definitely have given us options. I mean, this original starting one is so pretty. I like the kind of like sideswept messiness to it. Oh, you really got like full on like rocker teen look. Haven't cut their hair in a few months because I think it's way too cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, of course you have the traditional cuts as well from the older Souls games. Oh, I like the braid here in the back. I like this, but the way it loops around the ears is a little bit weird for me. This one's very tidy. You know what? Messy is good. I think that's why I fell in love with the class as well. I probably just really liked the hairstyle that went with it. Okay, here we are. Hair color. Okay, so we're in the green range. I think we wanted to have like vibrance. Or we can go for a slightly darker green. But I feel like if we want to do Mountain Dew, it needs to be like ostentatiously green. Like something like this. And then we can play around with just how vibrantly green it is. Like that's pretty cool. I think like somewhere here, because it's slightly in between like the yellows and the greens, and it's like stands out just enough. What happens if we add a bit of blues? No, I'm okay with the way it is. Add a bit of reds. Nah, I think I'm pretty happy where it was at. That feels pretty good. Okay. There we go. Alright. The luster of the hair. It needs to be strong. The root darkness. Yeah, that's fine. White hairs. Ooh. I wonder if that would show. I feel like if you probably went for a brown look, or like, you know, darker hair, you would be able to see the peppering of the white. That's kind of a nice feature for those that kind of want to make their characters look old. Okay. But now, even with like this hairstyle, like all of these details will just become shadowed. So I feel like no matter how much we change, it's not gonna be that visible. Like, I want to make this character pretty. Oh, you can make the character expressions sad or happy. Oh my god. Yeah, somewhere in between happy is fine. Go for slightly fuller lips. I think we're gonna have to change up her face a little bit here to complement it. Oh, lip size, yes. Okay, maybe that's starting to look a little bit weird. Okay, like maybe somewhere here is a bit comfortable. The protrusion, concave, convex. Nah. I think we were okay before. I think we need to go more into this zone and the lip thickness. Oh. Alright, there's still something about her face. I'm not sure what throws me off. I think it has something to do with her nose. I think the position of her nose, like, maybe throwing off the position with like her lips. And I kind of want to fix that a little bit. I want to give her more of a prominent nose because I have a prominent nose too. And prominent noses are pretty. That feels a little more fitting for her face profile, but I kind of want to fix the ridge of like her nose overall. Don't think it's the height. Because that really like kind of pushes the nose up on the forehead. The slants. No, I think we were okay at the medium setting. Okay, so then it's just... I think it's gonna be... Yeah, there we go. That feels cute. I like that. I like that. I do like it. So then I think we would need to maybe check the cheeks a little bit. I do like the high cheekbones. I also have really high cheekbones. I feel like that has like, I don't know, I may have some interesting blood within my like heritage that gives me these really like high set cheekbones because I don't feel like they're very common in my area. And so I like how her face looks like. I don't know why, I just really resonated with the seafarer like origin altogether. I think she has very pretty cheeks. Then I think maybe it's not the cheeks, but it's probably the chin. Like, the length is fine, but it's probably, like, the jawline. Not the chin width. Where's the jaw? There we go. I'm gonna give her a slightly, yeah, more prominent jawline. There we go. That feels more fitting. And if we make it a little bit wider, we give her this, like, stronger quality to her face. Like, right about here. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's striking. Who is she? Okay. And the lower jaw, somewhere about there. And then I think the contouring, right? Because the more contouring that you put on the jaw, the deeper and more chiseled the jaw looks. Good. That's good. Okay. I think these are the ones that I kind of care about the most. I want to make sure that we can maybe mess around. Let's see the eyebrows. Okay, there's different brow types. Oh, you know, even without... Oh my god, even Manatee without eyebrows. It doesn't look very strange, does it? Okay, maybe it's a little bit strange. Oh, look at these beautiful thick brows. Oh my god, they have very bushy brows too. Oh, they have every kind of eyebrow shape here that you would want. Oh, you got a unibrow. I think I need something that complements her face. It needs to be angular. I kind of like angular. This like really thin small one as well. Because I really like the fact that like, you know, she has these very like thin brows. I feel like that matches hair. Yep. The luster, everything matches hair. That's good. Those are really good quality settings. Facial hair. Oh my god. They have good options of facial hair, but we're not going for a facial hair route. Alright. Oh, yes. Okay. The thickest of lashes. Yes, give my seafarer the thickest of lashes. And it has to be... Oh my god, let's see what happens if we actually make it... I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna... No. Maybe white? Maybe red. Oh, maybe... Oh, that's actually really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna stick with this. We can even, like, adjust the color a little bit. Nah, I'm okay. Wait, no! I'm okay with where it's at. It looks pretty. I didn't even think about the eye color. That's kind of problematic. Because I actually really like the blue. But we can kind of go for like a limey, no, a red, maybe a red iris to complement the eyes. Nah, they kind of like peer into your soul a little bit too much. I feel like they need to match a similar tone to the hair color. We're gonna be here for a while, but we gotta make it right. What if it's just like white irises? The blue one had a really pretty... Oh, violet does look too. Like just a kind of beautiful shade that kind of contrasts everything that's going on here. And they're really like, they really peek out from her hair and her eyelashes. So I want it to either be a contrast or a complement. See, these ones don't feel like they shine as much as I would like them to. And I don't want to go in the dark region. Maybe I will stick to blue. Maybe blue really just is just that good. Okay. Yeah, just icy blue eyes. Okay. Clouding color. Oh, wow. You can really, really like put a lot of options here, and you can have them match, you can have them mismatch. Oh my god, like this is like a character creator's like dream when it comes to this stuff. Your pores, you can either have them like, yeah, I like her open pores. It does show like how rough her life has kind of been and her complexion that goes along with it. I do like skin to be lustrous, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more luster here. I do like the shine. Dark circles are fine as they are. I don't want to really give her dark circles. Cosmetics. Okay. Alright, here we are. Do we want to give her an eyeliner look to define her eyes? I actually think the way that they're very open is pretty as it is. So I'm not going to really go hard here. And I think even the eyeshadow is not necessary at all. But cheek color, I think the cheek intensity might be something cute to give her. Okay, hold on. We have... Oh, okay. Maybe just a light kiss of cheek color. A bit too much makes it feel like she's a little, like, you know, too red, too green. Lipstick. Okay, let's see how we feel about lips. It's a very nude color to start with, so we're not going to see a contrast. Let me just, like, play around with, like, different lip colors. How vibrant can it be? Needs to match her skin tone a little bit. Or we can maybe try something like, what if we go the direction of either having green lips, kind of like, you know, Jolene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or we can kind of give her a gothy appearance and go black, but something feels off about that. Let's try and give her a slight bit of a green lip. But nothing too out there. Or I kind of like these muted greens rather than the vibrant ones. Like, I feel like it cannot be the same hair color. And now we can choose, like, its vibrancy. It can't be the same hair color. She's a pretty lady, isn't she? Alright, I feel like maybe sticking more to like earthy tones makes her perfect. Alright, tattoos. Ooh, let's see. What kind of tattoo markings do they have? Ooh, it looks like burns. How do I wish I can sort of like put away my hair just so I can look at the tattoos. Let me just go do that really quickly. No hair. Ah, we really get to see her beauty shine through now. And just see if we want any like... Ooh, lots of burns. You got your scratches. Oh, stitched up in a very gruesome way. Just like a center, looks like a mole or a beauty mark. Can't tell if this is like dirt, smudges, or, you know, freckling could be kind of nice. Some interesting markings. I feel like these are all like different kinds of lore markings. You'll definitely learn about them as we play the game. I generally don't go for a very heavy, like, tattooed route. I think the only game I've ever really added tattoos to any of my characters was probably Demon Souls, just because I thought the remake had some, like, interesting markings. So, I would probably go for like regular scarring if I'm going to go for any scarring at all. I don't think it's gonna show regardless under my hair, but we could build a little bit of a story about Mountain Dew and the stories that she's seen and the places that she's been. So I feel like... Oh, that scar. The claw marks. She's seen stuff. I bet it would be even like a really goofy story where it's like she tells everyone she's been in battle, but like in reality she probably tripped over something as like a young child. Alright. Okay. Question is, can we save this preset? Because now I like what we've done, right? Save to favorites. Okay, good. Good. We can always come back and select Mountain Dew whenever. Oh, she's so built. She's so built. Okay. Alright, we've spent like half an hour on character creator, but... Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm ready. I'm ready to brave the worlds with Mountain Dew. Wow, her feet looking real red right now. Okay, it's perfect. Starting the game with this character. Yes, please. Oh, okay. Elden Ring. Huh. Imagine playing this game, not just hearing the fables of this game, not just hearing the whispers of this game, but actually playing it.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Oh, wow. The fallen leaves of the Ur tree. Looks like someone's, yeah, doing a bit of blacksmithing.
Elden Ring was shattered.
Ooh,
In our
goosebumps.
home, across the fog, the lands between.
Wow, the tree looks so pretty.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
This art of Queen Marika is beautiful.
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden
Jeez.
was first to perish.
Feels like a lot of people went after the demigods at once.
Soon, Marika's offspring,
Oh,
demigods,
I can't wait to see her in the game.
claimed the shards of the Elden Ring.
You got Godwyn and Godric.
The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
I see. Jeez.
A war from which no lord arose.
Okay, so kind of like a stalemate war.
A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all.
Wow.
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands.
That looks like Godfrey.
The ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion. The loathsome Dung-eater. And Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
This is gonna be really cool. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, but I like literally have goosebumps. It's just this is exactly how Bloodborne made me feel.
And one other. whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown.
Me? Oh, Mountain
Across
Dew.
the fog to the lands between.
Oh, she rises. This is her journey
To
now.
stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
Yes, all will bow in the name of Mountain Dew. Well, I guess if that's where we take this journey. Okay. I need like all the stills from that opening cinematic, and I want to make them into backgrounds on my computer because I love concept art and I love like the art that is part of the game, and I always just end up using them as like my backgrounds for years to come. Okay, ring. Okay. All right. What do we start off with? The bewitching branch, right? That's our starting item that we went for. Right, equipment menu. Our battle axe. What other items do we have? Let's see what's in our inventory. Okay, nothing of import other than just the items that we started the game with. Alright, with the stats menu you can check your level and your base stats. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted her hair to shine no matter what. Okay, so already this seems like a different starting area than we saw in the network test, which is great. So who is she? Okay, the tarnished wizened finger. We're gonna read through all the items in this playthrough. I have made this mistake in the past playing FromSoftware games where like I picked up things and ran and didn't even realize what I picked up. But this time around I really just want to take the time to read the descriptions and then see whether they like give us any insight on the story at all, because that's really important. Okay, item for online play. So we already get this like straight off the bat. So they give you the options to do that. Write messages. Your messages will be conveyed to others, allowing other players to read them. Okay, the Elden Ring seems to be really like into fingers, and there seems to be like lots of lore about that. So we're gonna definitely focus on every item, starting with this: a finger of corpse wax so emaciated that the bone is visible. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Okay, so maybe not the most important item that we found. Thou, the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. So even like at the very beginning, they're telling this tarnished what to do. You know what? I don't like it when people tell me what to do. Oh my god, I'm forgetting that you can't interact the same way as you play with other games. Oh, it's not... Okay, so the jump button now is generally what you used to interact with in previous Souls games. The Chapel of Anticipation. Oh wow, we gotta sit here and take this in. This beautiful tree. Look at its leaves. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Like, when I saw the tree, it looked like it was just the branches, but now you can see like ambers and greens and yellows, and it looks really pretty. And you can see all the leaves that are falling from the tree. Okay, it's definitely gonna take some getting used to in terms of like the combat, because I'm so used to selecting items that way versus just like jumping. But here comes the Sekiro influences. Okay, camera controls. Right, so we're going down, but doesn't this make you want to like leap of faith? Like, should we try? Should we just like, is this the first thing that we're gonna do? Are we gonna send like the poor Mountain Dew hero tarnished into the abyss? Yep. We almost gotta test it out. Oh, the death particles look really pretty too. I learned this from a friend. Where they always make sure they find out the quickest way to die first when they like play games. I mean, not that that's a real mystery in this one, but I want to see what happens when you die. Okay, retrieve lost runes. It's so interesting that when you come to retrieve your lost runes, it seems like they're emanating from branches or like roots from the world. That's a very cool animation. Ah. I'm really gonna take my time with this, and I will do my best not to claw grip this game because I kind of just want to enjoy it and not, like, you know, absolutely destroy my hands. Well, hello. Yeah, so if I actually end up reading a lot of the items, I hope you enjoy that. I've been told that I have a rather good reading voice, and I have a very calming kind of cadence to my voice, and I've exploited that in the past through the form of doing audiobooks. There are a lot of people from my communities that, would like subscribe to my Patreon back in the day just to be able to catch me reading a few books, and I had a lot of fun with that. It's definitely one of the qualities I like to bring to playthroughs, just sitting and reading, and I hope that if you're here for this, you enjoy that. But we're definitely going to be doing our best to like take in the scenery. I will say one thing though, I've never been much of like a fashion Souls person. People always kind of get upset with me when I play Souls games because I tend to like pretty much stripped down to the bare minimum just because I like fast rolling. And while I think the fashion is very cool, it's not always the most practical thing for me when I'm playing these games. So if I don't really delve into that, I'm sorry. We will though look at all the pieces and we will try them on. I primarily like weapons. I like weapons. I like trying out different things in the world. It looks like we're on some like castle or fortress of sorts. There's something there. It said that it was a chapel of anticipation, but what are we anticipating or who's anticipating us? Like so far, we're just like very empty fields. Oh my god, is this Queen Marika? Oh, there's already a fight. All right, okay. Wait. Okay. I thought the fight was beyond that wall. Not here. Grafted side. Oh. Oh. Oh, that is very disturbing. That's like the Mummy and the Scorpion King. Ah, okay. Alright. I should probably... Oh, I was trying to two-hand, actually. I think I've forgotten the buttons for two-handing. Okay, we actually don't even have any healing at all, so that's gonna be interesting. Okay, there we go. That's two-handing. That's what I wanted. Yeah, that's okay. I totally anticipated that. This seems like it's one of those like tutorial bosses that they throw at you at the very beginning and you realize you have no flasks. How the heck are you supposed to heal? And I'm just like still getting a hold of the game. I probably should have gotten through my moveset before. Seems like we were like thrown into water. We didn't even have a fair chance. Poor tarnished Mountain Dew. Oh, okay, well, this looks familiar. My, we have fallen from grace from the skies, in the sight of the Tree to these catacombs or crypts. I almost want to go back and fight that thing again. Oh, oh, so pretty. Is there a rider? Please be a rider.
Don't worry, Torrent.
Oh, this is actually Torrent.
Side.
Oh, hi, it's Melina.
We found her here after all.
Or Melina. Oh, the encounter is so early with her.
One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
Okay, maybe she seeks all tarnish to make sure that we go down this path.
Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Does she leave us? Do we meet again at a later point? Wow, we are so trashed after that boss fight. I'm gonna imagine just like the way these like little trees in this areas like just shine, that they all are like parts and pieces of the Earth tree, or maybe the Earth tree's roots are so large and they probably cross the lands that parts of the tree just rise from anywhere. Oh, okay, we finally got our healing. Flask of Crimson Crimson Tears and Cerulean Tears, and this is gonna be for our healing, for our vigor, and then for our FP, which we're gonna be able to use for sorceries and things like that. Okay. Alright, so this place is at least, like, familiar to me. When I first played the network test, the Cave of Knowledge lies below. Oh, there's someone here. I just went up the stairs. Like, I didn't even go down here. That's new. Spirits. Brave, tarnished. Take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your blood. I don't actually know if my mic can pick that up. Like, look, I'm not an ASMR streamer here, or like someone that does ASMR, but it just feels like the spirits would be just like in little whispers, you know? Take the plunge of learning remembrance, recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Okay, so this is like, hey, jump here and tutorial time. Which, you know, I'm okay with. Just in case there's like something that's new, or something that I don't understand. Plus it gives me a bit of warm-up time, you know? Clearly after how I got decimated in that fight, I needed it. Resting at the site of grace will restore your HP and FP and cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you've defeated will be revived. You can find sites of grace by going where light converges. These explanations are acquired in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory at any time. They really tried to make these games more accessible, didn't they? Alright. I actually really want to know if I have any like special skills. I do. I have Wild Strikes, like I said. We should definitely give that a go as well. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, okay. That's the Wild Strikes, I believe. Yep. It's kind of cool. Okay. And then I guess if we like equip the shield, then we'll be able to see the special skill with it is the parry. But the minute that we remove the shield, we get the Wild Strikes. Rest of the sites of grace. Oh, the most interesting thing that I'm gonna love exploring while playing Elden Ring is going to be the day cycles. Like, being able to sit at these sites of grace and seeing how the world will change around me. I think that's the thing I'm most curious about. Alright, we'll come back to this when we want to learn any spells or incantations and sorting the chest, all basic stuff that you can get at any of these like sites where you sit down and rest and replenish. Okay. Aha! Alright, the one thing that I definitely will not be comfortable when it comes to this game is the jumping, like jumping into attacking is going to be interesting as well. Alright, well, I don't actually... Let me... There's a few mechanics I would love to, like, learn and try out. That I know that, like, Elden Ring has expanded on its mechanics. There's a lot more complexity than there used to be in the older games. So I just definitely want to make sure that I get a hang of that. That's it! Oh, okay. I think that was it. That's like kind of like a guard technique where like you are really rewarded by even just blocking, like not parrying. Like for people that are not parry, like fiends, and I like to learn how to parry. I like to learn how to parry specific enemies. If you're not someone into that and it feels like it's way too like timing based, you can always explore the option of blocking. I mean, of course you don't want to like tank too much because then you might break your posture or something like that. Blocking and then getting that sort of like almost counter attack. I'm forgetting what it's called right now, and seeing how that goes to help you. All right, each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle between them. That's nice. Armaments can also be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength. All right. I'm still getting the hang of two-handing. I'm not the biggest fan of it just yet. So used to just doing it a very specific way. Just like tapping one button in the past, and now it's like not so much tapping one button. Okay, it seems to be very like quick, so you can even like two-hand your shield. It's kind of nice. Oh my god, like she parries from like the different... There's like triangle, because I use a PlayStation 4 controller. Triangle L1, triangle R1, based on which one you want to be able to equip. Let's go for some wild strikes. Ooh, that's strong. I almost feel like very grateful I went for a strength build, because I feel happy. I feel at home with it. Oh, you can even like wild strike here. Okay. Got it. And you can keep chaining them, I think, as long as you're pressing the L2, which is kind of nice. Alright. I do like tutorial areas. It gives me like a sense of like comfort in the world. Okay, skills. Armaments have special abilities called skills. This is what we're talking about with wild strikes and parries. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Oh, yeah, forgot about that aspect. Yeah, see my FP, my blue bar right there, that's being consumed every time I use a skill, and every time I say one of the Site of Grace, I'm going to replenish that. Okay, crouch makes it difficult for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grasses. Oh, okay. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. Alright, so definitely rewarding some stealth play in this game, which is kind of nice. I wonder how long it will take before they notice me. Or maybe they just won't. Okay, definitely got more damage on them there. That's good to know. There probably will be like segments of the game where we might want to opt for stealthing. Bam. Feels good. If you also just like pay close attention to all the sounds in this game, you'll realize so many of them are from all the previous installments. I even picked up on like some like Sekiro sounds earlier, which is kind of nice. I love the sound design of these games. Sekiro is a beautiful one as well, so it's nice that it just like borrows from it. Stance breaking. Some attacks may break an enemy stance, giving you a chance to perform a critical hit. Oh right, charge attacks. That's something that we haven't done. So I did the stance breaking when I kind of like jumped at that enemy with a shield, and I went for my RT. That very much helped with the shielded enemy. But I forget, you're very much rewarded by charge attacks. Like, that's gonna be fun. Ooh, a statue of Queen, yeah, Marika. Upon dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. See, this is what I think is really cool about this game in particular. I think the fact that it offers you options of where you revive just makes it a lot more friendly for people to like dive in the first time. You just don't have to feel like you need to run from like this really far place. Alright, we're gonna go for the charge attack. The break. Oh my god. Poor Soldier of Godric. He did not know what was coming for him. He ran up to me and I absolutely decimated him. Poor friend. Battle axe, so far, so good. I bet it's like really cold down here, but it's freezing in my gear. Okay, alright, so definitely, yeah. That was just a spirit to tell us, hey, tutorial area, do it. Okay, and I think we're just getting like, oh, right, map. With the map menu, you can check your current position and terrain, buildings, and the surrounding area. You can also freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. This is going to be the most exciting part of this game. We're going to be able to mark everything we want to go back and visit later so we don't miss out on anything. Lastly, through your map, you can select any side of Grace that you've discovered and travel there instantaneously. However, there are some dungeons and areas where this cannot be done. Okay, so it's not like free-for-all, but you have like options to place markers around the map just so you can make sure that there's nothing that you really missed. I think this first episode is just going to be like a lot of us just kind of getting familiar with the game and just going ooh and ah and the character creation, but there's a lot of good things to come and everyone sort of needs that like warm-up time where they kind of get acquainted with the world. Yeah, this was an area that was locked away in the network test as well. Okay, we're going to sit down just so we can replenish that FP of ours. Also, I will have a tendency sometimes to start one thought and then just like completely forget it. Use stone sword key. Do I have one? No. Okay. No stone sword key. This feels like a lot like a Dark Souls 2 mechanic. And we're definitely going to be hitting a lot of walls in this playthrough just to make sure that we don't miss any secrets. But like I was saying, it's so easy for me to start a thought and then like forget where I was going with it. Like there's so many competing thoughts in my head sometimes, so hopefully I don't leave any like burning like ideas, and if there is something that I was talking about and I never finished it, let me know in the comments, okay, if you want to know more. Use a tarnished furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you have the summon, or you've been summoned by a player from the other world. You will take the role of an ally, furled finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner host of fingers. Okay, so another finger, 2 fingers. We're going to read the description of both of them, if I remember how to access my inventory. Oh, yeah, we picked up Roa fruit. Okay, Roa fruit, as far as I remember, this stuff was used to craft food for our horsey later, Torrent. We're still gonna read the descriptions though. Berry-like red fruits that grow in shrubs, used for crafting, easily found everywhere in the lands between. It has a wide variety of uses. Okay, so it's not exclusively to maybe just feeding Torrent. But let's take a look at... Oh, we haven't even actually read like our armor description. The large leather shield, a round shield covered in leather on the larger side for the medium-sized shield. Its damage negation may be lacking compared to metal shield. It has a handle. It can handle a wider range of attack affinities. Okay, doesn't seem to be anything else to this. Okay, the Badlands stuff though. Reserved for the Badlands bravest. Proof that the wearer has slaughtered countless foes. Following the example of their chieftain Haral. I forget the name, how you say this name, Haralu. The brave warriors of the Badlands shun excess adornment. Okay, so just exactly how I like to play these games. Don't go in full adornment, like just bare minimum necessities. These are the pauldrons. And you got the bracers and the gaiters as well. Oh, okay. And then you have a lot of information. And this just tells you about everything that we probably like learned to this point. That's really nice. Like you can always just visit this back when you want to. That's really, really accessible. Read the fingers and the flasks. I think those will give us a lot of insight about the world as well. A sacred flask modeled after a golden holy chalice that was once graced by a tear of blessing. The one washed up on the grave site was sure to die until this flask offered its gift of rejuvenation to seek the Elden Ring. So it's only for those that seek the Elden Ring. Then you got the cerulean ones. Same deal. The memory of grace. The memory of first grace, which once guided bygone tarnish to the lands between. Lose all runes and return to the last site of grace visited. It is merely a cycle. Stand before the Elden Ring. Become the Elden Lord. They really are gearing us to become the Elden Lord, like this one path, which makes me kind of want to explore what our alternatives are. But yeah, this is like basically like your Nexial binding or your dark sign. All right, the bewitching branch. It's also limited uses, by the way. This has a description that we didn't get to read when we like selected it on like starting the game. It says tree branch blessed with an incantation of unalloyed gold. Pierce a foe using FP to turn them into a temporary ally. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I wonder if it's just like weaker enemies that we can turn into allies, or will this like I'm not like thinking bosses or anything like that, but like what kind of enemies can we turn into allies? The Emperor in Miquella is loved by many. Indeed, he has learned very well how to compel such affection. I thought it was a her. My bad. All right. So we read the tarnished Wizen finger. The finger severer. So this is what you use to cut people's fingers off. This phantom blade severs the link formed by a furled finger, but the maidens scorn those who abuse its use. This is the furled finger. Let's read the furled finger maybe first then. A finger of corpse wax furled like a hook. It is a relic of those who came before, left to help those who would come after. Okay, so I can understand that. I see why the maidens would scorn it now, because it's like they really want you to go on this path of becoming the Elden Lord, and they keep telling you to go that way, but then the finger severer just like breaks that link. And so like maybe they don't want you to find your own path and go too far. Like maybe it makes sense sometimes, but like not to do it consistently. And then of course we have our gestures. Yip, yippee! Oh my god, my quads are so big. I love it. I can switch these out for different ones. Dejection, rest. Yeah, there's so many. Wait! That kind of doesn't look like weight. Okay, that's fine. This is probably leather to pull it back down. What are the chances we would find secrets? I wonder if these are like, you know, secret walls in this game where you would actually have to like hit with a weapon, or whether you would need to kind of roll your whole body into. Alright, going up. My hair is so lustrous. I feel like we'll definitely have our pace pick up as we go along. And just a note that if you come back for any of these future videos and you see me sitting here wearing the same clothes, looking exactly the same as last week, well, it's probably because, wow, I am sitting here and playing this in like almost singular in a couple settings, like sittings, and just sort of enjoying the game as much as possible on my own time, not having to stream it, but recording the experience nevertheless. So get used to me kind of wearing the same stuff over and over for a little while. I think the first thing that we should do, look at that, like just the way that you're guided to these sites of grace. First thing we should do is probably sit a site of grace just to get things started. Okay. Grace exists to guide the tarnished and lead them down along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along the way. Okay, so you're never really too lost. Like, see, it's already going somewhere else now. Use your map to check your current position as well as the terrain and surrounding structures. You can update your map with information by finding map fragments at steles along the road. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You can use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore. Okay. Yeah, this is not so foreign to me, so we'll be okay.
Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring.
He does look like he's wearing a mask, doesn't he?
No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Like everyone else, huh?
Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation
Ooh.
to the round table.
I can get one, don't worry.
You are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
He really just wants me to, like, lose hope.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen.
I don't know if I
I'm
trust
familiar
you.
with grace, the golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That
I'd see it right
is
there.
the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel.
Oh, I never noticed the moon there.
Indeed, Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant
Meant.
to follow,
I don't like that.
even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale,
Over the
over
cliff.
on the cliff,
Okay.
the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
I'm gonna be really excited to meet Godric.
It's time you set off, I should think.
I think he's tired of me talking to him.
Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you.
I feel like it's
If you
very
seek
set
the
up here.
Elden Ring,
Like, where did I
maidenless as
fall
you
from,
are.
for example? Like, is this the chapel? What is that statue up there? Like, where did I come from? Why is this one NPC, like, awaiting us, you know? There's just so many questions. Like, where were we and where are we now? Other than, you know, being in Limgrave, which we know. It looks like it's a statue holding someone. Okay, I guess we will have to, like, maybe get a better perspective on that. But I really want to do a battle. I'm forgetting this guy's name right now. Summoning pools. In each area you might find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. Okay, let's just read the small golden effigy really quickly before we go and, like, try one attempt at this mini world boss. Oh, okay. It's pretty. Just send a cooperative summon sign to several nearby summoning pools. Okay. Fairly straightforward. Alright, who's ready to die? 'Cause I want to try my hand at this fight. May even be, like, a little bit harder than it was than Beast Bones in the network test. Okay, they know. Alright. Yeah, I don't have much vigor at all. I'm a little bit scared of being absolutely stomped, you know? Like that. I want to be able to just respect the tree sentinel and keep my distance. But not too far where it's like I'm in very, like, easy access of, like, the weapons hitbox. But there we take, like, our, like, second death in the world, and that's completely okay. Definitely realizing that vigor is just, we're not just there yet. Alright, we can definitely maybe go pick up our runes. And then have ourselves a little seat. We can even see if we can either go for parries. Or just even blocks and see if we can get that, like, counter. That would be kind of cool. Alright, let's see where I died. There should be, like, a nice little shiny spot where I can pick up my runes. No? If I actually recall where I died, there should be a marker. Okay, well, that compass completely goes when we're in combat. Ooh, look at the frame drops there. I am playing this on high, and this tree sentinel seems to be rough on the frames. Okay. Let's see if we can block any of this. Okay. Didn't seem to do much. Okay, we're gonna two-hand then. Interesting how I can, like, even strike the shields. Okay, we can even try, like, a charge attack here. If I don't end up dying. Let's find a nice opportunity for a good charge attack. Oh, he knocked that tree down. Something tells me we're not getting those runes back. Alright, that's okay. Something tells me there's like even a little bit more detail to the backdrop that I never got to notice in the network test, but status Scarlet Raw. Oh, this art. So beautiful. I like to put my characters through hell. I sometimes really just like throw myself at enemies and just like don't succumb until I beat them. Which is very much like me. But I do learn a lot of like vital lessons when I go against these enemies and just sort of like learn how to best go about it. Yeah, that charge has a bit of wind up, so like he basically has to do a charge almost as large as mine, you know? Before I feel like I can just back off. Alright, we'll do one more attempt. Okay, there we go. See, that marker that we have on the compass is an indication of where our runes are dropped. I think this is like one of those beautiful quality of life features with Elden Ring, where it's like these worlds, it's like so easy to sort of get lost in, even in like the previous FromSoftware titles. That it's like really nice that they factored in these kinds of like indicators, a compass, a map, markers. Like convenience, especially with how large this world is, it being, you know, these goats that roll away. Oh, okay, oh, so wow, the stealth system actually is much better than I thought. Especially for this like tree sentinel, like no idea that I'm even here. Only when I make a sound, they're like, oh hey, sup. The tree sentinel will fall. It will go down. Okay. I want to say that the loading screens are definitely a little bit like longer than I thought they would be. Maybe I'm just so used to like the Demon Souls like remake sort of really quick load screens on the PS5. I have been playing that a lot recently. But you know, this actually might be a really great place to stop. Us just like, you know, first look into the world, just making our way to Limgrave and sitting at the first side of grace and basking in the beauty of the tree. To just sit here and maybe reconvene for the next episode. I think Mountain Dew is gonna go far, and I'm ready for all the struggles that she's going to face. You know, I didn't even realize that I was kind of wearing like a similar tone of color of shirt to my character, and I just noticed that now as I was like swapping scenes and just like taking a look back and thinking that was completely unintentional. But thank you everyone for coming along to this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me for a brand new journey, especially if you've been on my YouTube channel before. This is something that we have not done before, but it's something that I'm really excited to do. When I used to stream on Twitch, it used to be like these archives and VODs would be lost and never really revisited much, but with here and these videos that we're doing now, I'm hoping that I'll have like a whole bunch of people to talk to about every single one of these episodes and everything that we see and everything that we encounter. So if you did like this and you like the vibes of this video, please do consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. And I do hope you had a great time with us, and I hope wherever you are enjoying your own experiences of Elden Ring or enjoying others play it as well. You're more than welcome to seek me out on my Twitch channel. You'll find the links below if you want to catch me playing games live. I won't be playing Elden Ring on there, but I will be doing other things for the time being. Please be sure to check out the community tab on this channel. From time to time I will make updates of when we're going to be uploading these videos, how often we're going to be doing them per week, and I'll be seeing you there for other videos and other content that I make as well. Thanks for being here, and I hope you have a nice day. Enjoy Elden Ring!